be seated. Good morning. I'm Dr. Erika Latty, President of the Enterprise and Chief Academic Officer. Welcome to our May Commencement Ceremony 2025. To start, I want to thank our honored guests, Unity's Board of Trustees, our alumni and current students, faculty and staff, and offer a very warm and proud welcome to you, the parents, guardians, family, and friends from all over the country, gathered here to celebrate the accomplished graduating class of 2025. Today we celebrate not just the culmination of years of dedication, but the launch of many new careers in environmental and sustainability fields. You, the graduates of Unity Environmental University, are more than graduates. You are the architects of a sustainable future that will truly uplift us all. It is also my absolute pleasure to welcome this year's stellar commencement speaker, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. An astrophysicist, author, and science communicator, Dr. Tyson has built a career helping the rest of us understand the universe. Dr. Tyson has long advocated for the need for a scientifically literate society, that we should nurture our natural curiosity because it is that curiosity that inspires future scientists and innovators. That mindset is more important than ever. The world beyond these walls is facing serious sustainability challenges, from climate change to resource depletion. While today isn't about the weight of those problems, it is about the potential to solve them. It's about celebrating the energy, creativity, and determination in this room. Because when bright minds come together with purpose, there's no limit to what we can change. Graduates, today we celebrate your accomplishments, your legacy as students, and your future as alumni. As you make your way across this stage, remember that Unity Environmental University isn't just a school you once attended. It's a resource that will always be there to support you. We are your partners, your cheerleaders, and fellow travelers on this journey. Congratulations, class of 2025. May this next adventure be filled with purpose, passion, and a relentless pursuit of a sustainable tomorrow today. As we begin the celebration and reflection, let us stand and face the flag for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rock, oh my God, sorry, that glare, I'm so sick, the bombs bursting in air gave proof, thank you, the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free, sorry, and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. this point, I would like to recognize the other members of the stage party. Dr. Melik Peter Khoury, President and CEO of Unity Environmental University. Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, our distinguished commencement speaker. Dr. Jennifer Cartier, Executive Vice President of Educational Solutions. Ms. Denise Young, Executive Vice President of Educational Outcomes. Dr. Heidi Wilkes, Chief Learning Officer. Dr. Carleen Howard, VP of Enrollment Management for In-Person Learning. And lastly, Mr. Angel Martinez-Laredo, Dean of Student Success. Please join me in recognizing our faculty marshal, Benjamin Potter, Professor of Art, who has been with Unity for 19 years. Ben, please stand. Loma Jones, a bachelor's student in our distance education program, will offer our student address, as well as the reading of the Green Pledge. And now, let us pause for a brief moment. Graduates, the short film you are about to see has become for us a reflection on the passion, fearlessness, and resilience of our graduating class. It's a reflection of where you've been and a glimpse of the bright future ahead.
When we're young, we're not afraid to wonder. I wonder where the sun goes at night. I wonder what'll happen if I try this. As we get older, sometimes we forget to wonder. Sometimes we forget to ask, what if? But when things are hard, it is our ability to learn to ask, what if? That'll make the difference the world needs most. What if our lakes and oceans were truly clean and clear? What if we could feed ourselves without exhausting the soil for the next generation? What if every decision began in curiosity and ended in truth? What if we learned to change the world by changing the world? What then? Maybe for Unity Environmental University, our work is wondering, of teaching us to wonder. Every day, those of us at Unity Environmental University wonder, what if? And every day we are together, reimagining what college can be if we just allow ourselves to wonder, what if?
Now, I would like to welcome our graduate speaker, Loma Jones, to the lectern.
Hello to the prestigious 2025 graduating class of Unity Environmental University. We finally made it to graduation day. Before we get started, I just want to say how incredible it is to share the stage with so many phenomenal educators and environmental advocates. I am truly honored to be here today. I have spent a lot of time contemplating what this speech should sound like. I wanted to deliver a battle cry of sorts that made us all feel more resilient by the time we threw our caps in the air and shifted our tassels to the side. I decided that a celebration of our struggles and victories would be the perfect theme. We have all faced our share of challenges. For some of us, it has been the weight of personal struggles like finances or juggling school and parenthood. For others, it has been the complexity of trying to understand ecosystems, biology, and sustainable practices in a world that often feels like it is moving too fast for us to catch up. I connected with several classmates who were open about their silent battles, ranging from first-generation college students, members of the LGBTQ+ community, veterans, Black, Indigenous people of color, divorcees, first-time parents, widows, and some who have suffered unspeakable pains. I want you all to know that I see you, and your stories have encouraged me to embrace my own journey here today. It was June of 2015. I remember feeling like I had the world in the palm of my hands. So sure that I had life all figured out, I started college in Georgia just 2 weeks after my high school graduation. I was living on campus, but I went home quite often because where else would I do my laundry for free? I made all A's my first summer semester and just knew I would be graduating early. And then without notice, the world seemed to have slipped right out of my hands. My financial aid was lost, I had no way to pay for school, and eventually I sank into a deep and hostile depression. I often wondered if I was overly ambitious or if school was just not right for me. No way I would just quit. But everything about my adversities was telling me that my dreams were just too big. With high hopes, I tried again in 2017, anticipating this would be the new chapter where I won the battle. This time, I could not balance school and work on the same scale. I failed chemistry, not once, not twice, but 4 times. I remember feeling defeated, thinking, yeah, this college thing cannot be for me. I'm done with this, and I will be fine without a degree. The year was 2023. I moved back home, living with my mom, something I declared would never happen. And this time, in the kitchen where I stood by the refrigerator, instead of lecturing me, my mother just said softly, "You should go back to school." Sometimes it is the softest whisper that screams at you the loudest. Unity found me. I had filled out the Instagram contact card while riding a jet ski in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I honestly never thought much of it until a week later when the school called. The enrollment process was the most seamless I'd ever experienced from a college or university. These past 2 years have been a lot for me. It seems like the closer that you get to the blessings, the more tests find you in solace. With another bout of rigorous depression, I had a new enemy, imposter syndrome. See, imposter syndrome is a behavioral health experience where individuals doubt their skills, intellect, or accomplishments. It often manifests as constant inner criticism or a panic-like response to stress. I was so critical of myself that I lost the ability to express joy in my own triumph. I took all criticism as gospel. You're not doing enough. You're not trying hard enough. You could do something different. You should just go back to work. People would offer me congratulations, and I would lower my head to say thank you. I even remember someone saying that I did not sound excited about my graduation. How could I not be excited about today? A wise person once said, if you knew all along what you were destined to become, and how hard the journey may be, you probably would never become that. I pray we have all enjoyed our adventures. Today is a momentous occasion to celebrate not just our personal achievements, but our collective triumphs. We have made it through years of rigorous studies, sleepless nights, and yes, many moments of doubt. We have supported one another, shared in each other's successes, and through it all, built a sense of community that is unshakable. At times, I never saw this degree as a real possibility. I woke up this morning thinking, how crazy is it that I am graduating today? How crazy is it that I'm graduating in a state that I've never been to? How crazy is it that I am becoming what I said I would at 7 years old? But most importantly, how crazy would it have been if we had quit? If we had listened to the naysayers, if we stayed down, and if we gave up? Many of us have fought hard for this accomplishment, enduring challenges that felt insurmountable. Failure has become the foundation for our success. Your resilience inspires me, Unity, and I am grateful to share this epical occasion with all of you. If you are here today supporting a graduate as a loved one, I encourage you to remind them all weekend how utterly astronomical they are and how proud they make you. If it is not something that you do often, do it 10 times more than you normally would and buy them a lobster roll. For heaven's sake, we are in Maine, aren't we? As the world changes, we all need encouragement to push forward and become the best versions of ourselves. As environmental graduates, we've gained the skills to protect wildlife, conserve marine life, and tackle the world's biggest natural challenges. Being an environmentalist is not just a title, it's a calling to protect the land, oceans, and skies, and all living things. Our work is rooted in the belief that the health of our environment is tied to humanity's well-being, and that our actions today shape the future that we leave behind. But this role goes beyond being great environmentalists and being great neighbors. It's about being friends and mentors. The work does not end with us. The oceans are rising, the forests are burning, and the species are disappearing. Our nation's capacity to conduct climate research is delimited daily. As we face a government that undermines environmental justice for profit, Mother Earth needs us now more than ever. She needs us in the water, in the governmental offices, in the labs, and in the classrooms. She needs us advocating for her gifts that she is giving altruistically. Our education has given us the tools. Now it's time to use them for change. It is often said that the ocean is our planet's final frontier, just like space is our final frontier beyond Earth. Whether we are exploring the deepest parts of the ocean or reaching for the stars, the pursuit of knowledge and discovery is a journey that we will continue to have shape our future. Today we step into that journey, and with the knowledge and skills to explore, protect, and preserve what we love. And just like astronauts venturing into the unknown, we are driven by curiosity, innovation, and a desire to make the world a better place. I am thankful to God for every challenge and every blessing. To my Unity family, thank you for giving me the honor of being the first Black woman to grace the stage as student commencement speaker. To my amazing siblings, whom I love wholeheartedly, thank you for your love and unwavering support. To my family, I could not have asked for a better one. To my father, thank you for being the best angel always. And to my mother, you are the light of my world. I could have never done this without your whispers. What makes this moment even more meaningful is that no one in my family knew that I'd be standing here today, delivering the speech. I kept it to myself, not out of secrecy, but because I wanted this moment to speak for itself. And with my family hearing, I hope that you feel pride, because all of you spoke this into existence. My mother's faith in her children has created a beautiful garden of flowers. As we celebrate today, let us remember the words of Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. We are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the rest of the universe atomically. As graduates of Unity Environmental University, we are reminded that our connection to each other and to the planet is inseparable. Wherever there are people, there will always be unity. Let's carry this responsibility forward, protecting and preserving the world for future generations. Thank you. At this time, I will read to you the Green Pledge. Since 2009, members of the graduating class have been invited to sign the Green Pledge, making a public commitment to work in service to the planet wherever their futures may take them. The Green Pledge reads as follows. I pledge to explore and take into account the social and environmental consequences of any job I consider, and will try to improve these aspects of any organizations for which I work. Graduates who have chosen to sign the pledge are wearing green ribbons on their graduating gowns. Now, let us please welcome Dr. Latty back to the lectern.
Thank you, Loma. It is now the portion of our program where we recognize outstanding academic achievement. I would like to call your attention to the gold cords that individual graduates are wearing. The gold cord indicates achievement of high honors, with the student achieving a minimum GPA of 3.5 in all coursework. Let us congratulate those individuals on their accomplishments with a round of applause. The highest of those accomplishments is valedictorian and salutatorian. The valedictorian ranks first in GPA and is considered the top undergraduate student of their class, and the salutatorian second. Let us give a round of applause to Unity's valedictorian, Tobias Verville, joining us from Maine, earning his bachelor's degree in wildlife conservation, and our salutatorian, Grace Willis, hailing from Maryland, earning her bachelor's degree in animal science. And now it is my honor to introduce the 11th President and CEO of Unity Environmental University, Dr. Melik Peter Khoury, who will share the presidential address.
You know, every year I get sandwiched between an inspirational student speaker and the main event. And I'm a universal filler. But I always enjoy these conversations when I get up here. I speak all over the country, and I'm never as nervous as I am in front of you. Let me tell you a story. Before a single capstone was submitted, sorry, I'm having some teleprompter trouble. Last year I went off script. They told me not to go off script this year, so I am trying to behave. Before a single capstone was submitted, before a single lecture was logged, your story had already begun. It didn't start in classrooms. It started in sacrifice. It started in second shifts. It started with whispered doubts, but stubborn hope. Today, we don't stand here, sit here to mark an end. We gather to celebrate 1,000 quiet beginnings that have led to this singular, powerful moment. The point of this story isn't the ending. The point is that it began. The point is that it continues. It begins in a dozen places, some loud, some quiet, a woman in a bodega, a working father in the back of a restaurant, a high school student in a rural town in Maine. It begins in a foster home, in a house with one computer shared by 8 people, in the tired eyes of a working parent holding a sleeping baby as they hit submit on that final project. For me, it began in another country. I stand here today in front of you, not just as a university president, but as a first-generation college graduate. I was born in a small country in West Africa and raised by my parents in a seaside restaurant. A scholarship carried me across the Atlantic to Maine, and that changed everything for me. Because here's the truth. Today, access to education is one of the most radical journeys you can begin. Education gives you fluency in rooms you were never meant to enter until one day you lead them. It is the foothold of social mobility. It helps you climb up, climb out, break systems, and rebuild them with more voices at the table. And sometimes it teaches you to build a better table. That's why education remains a battleground, because it equips you to question structures, challenge assumptions, and disrupt the status quo. And when that power is shared across time zones, generations, and backgrounds, the world itself begins to change. That is what we have created here at Unity. Graduates here and at home, look around you. Look at the loved ones who believed in you, who walked this journey with you. They have contributed to today's reality. You are Unity's largest graduating class as we commemorate our 60th year in existence, a profound milestone and a testament to what is possible. Too often, people hear environmental degree. They imagine only field work, remote labs. Those paths are critical, but they are not the whole story. Our graduates are shaping policy, driving strategy in global corporations, launching nonprofits, and building sustainable businesses all across this nation. They are working in boardrooms, courtrooms, and classrooms, embedding sustainability into the core of society. This is not a niche field. This is a vital field that you are a part of. Some of you, like Angelica and Javier, who I got the pleasure of meeting earlier, are working parents earning master's degrees, modeling that passion plus perseverance equals possibility. Others are entrepreneurs weaving sustainability into businesses that will change the world. Like Melissa, who led us in the anthem, who made me come out of retirement, fighting for one of the world's most vulnerable creatures, the pika, which I had to be taught is not part of the Pikachu family. I had to learn that very, very quickly. But as many of you know, the pika is an indicator of species of climate change, and she's leading to her role in the North American Pika Consortium. You are the interpreters of the complex. You make science public. You're stepping out of the classroom into the greatest lecture hall of them all, this world. And today's ceremony, once it's behind us, remember, you haven't just earned a degree, you have stepped into legacy. Unity alumni are Fulbright scholars. They are EPA directors. They are professors. They are marine biologists. They are captains of industry. That is the standard that they have set for you. You are entering into roles like the Boston Medical Center, Raytheon, Saltwater Inc., and many more. You are vets, you are first-generation Americans, you are Unity. You are not just mere bystanders as you enter the workforce, you are there to influence from within. The world needs you now more than ever. Many of us already know that January 2025 was the hottest January ever recorded. Floods, fires, droughts, they're no longer events. They're natural, common, chronic events. And if that wasn't enough, we're also living through a technological transformation that's rewriting the very rules of how we live and work in real time. Artificial intelligence and automation are not on the horizon, they're here. And at Unity, we don't treat technology as a threat, we treat it as a mirror. Because it reflects what we've ignored, what must evolve, and what we must now completely reimagine. This moment needs more than just degrees. It needs fluency in complexity, and that's where you come in. It needs leaders who can use AI responsibly, understand the ethical stakes, and bring a human compass to technological speed. Like Courtney, graduating in wildlife conservation, headed to the Department of Environmental Protection, or Andrew, who worked full-time and earned his degree taking 2 courses at a time, term by term, and led field research at the Biodiversity Research Institute to get his degree early. You all arrive as newly minted alumni, but your story began long before. You come from every regions that need you most, not as outsiders bringing answers to a community, but as insiders living the questions and the reality of your ecosystem. Your lived experience is not separate from your education, it is the very foundation of it. So I challenge you. Let your integrity be your armor. Let knowledge be your tool. Let your drive to improve this world be absolutely non-negotiable. Choose to continue this beginning, not just for yourselves, but for those who will follow in your footsteps. Because when one person chooses curiosity over apathy, whole generations will find doors opened. You, the class of 2025, are proof that access transforms everything. Just as I once stood in this strange new land and thought, maybe this is where my future begins. Now I look at you and I realize, no, this is where the future begins. And wow, does it ever look extraordinary? So go forward, not in search of answers, but in bold pursuit of better questions. Be relentless, be generous, be unshakably curious. And when the world asks, where does hope live? May it find hope in you. May it find hope in unity. Congratulations, class of 2025. God knows you've earned it. I would like to now take a moment to honor and celebrate our commencement speaker, a hero of mine, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Each year, Unity Environmental University recognizes an individual who has made extraordinary contributions to sustainable institutions, resilient communities, or to efforts that positively impact the environment and the natural world. Today, we at Unity are proud to confer an honorary doctorate in sustainability science on Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist, best-selling author, and one of the world's most influential science communicators. Through his groundbreaking research on star birth, stellar evolution, and galactic structure, and his Emmy-winning public outreach work, Dr. Tyson has shown that understanding the universe is inseparable from caring for the pale blue dot we call home. He reminds us that our planet's thin atmosphere, finite resources, and delicate ecosystems are safeguarded only when society is guided by evidence, curiosity, and a shared cosmic perspective. By translating complex science into common language, Dr. Tyson has sparked millions of minds to pursue STEM careers and broaden access to scientific literacy. His insistence that knowledge be both rigorous and inclusive aligns perfectly with us here at Unity as we, to make high-quality, sustainability-focused education more affordable, more accessible, and more flexible. As Unity's commencement speaker, and for his tireless work for illuminating our place in the cosmos and our responsibility to protect it, it is my honor to present Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson with an honorary doctorate of sustainability science from Unity Environmental University. Dr. Tyson, please come forward. Now, it is my honor to deliver our 2025 commencement address and fellow Trekkie, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You know what's a bit surreal for me is today is the second time I've ever been in this town. And the first time was 2 months ago, and I was standing at this exact same spot. I gave a public talk in this beautiful auditorium titled Astronomy Bizarre, all the cool, wacky things that go on in the universe. And it was well attended, and I felt the warmth no differently then than now. So just thank you for this invitation, not only to join the town, but Mr. President and trustees, interested supporters, graduates, family members, even very, very young family members. I've noticed there's a real teeny one right there up the middle, can't be more than 4 months old. There it is, yeah, it's just this big, yes, it was very Lion King, you know, you hold it up like that. The next generation, we got to make sure that they're. So let me start off by saying Pluto is still not a planet, okay? Just let's get that out of the way. I'd like to offer a cosmic perspective on something that maybe some of you might even take for granted. Many people in the environmental movement will credit its existence, its very birth, to the publication of Rachel Carson's seminal book, Silent Spring. That book highlighted the dangers of the overuse of pesticides, DDT in particular, and the damage it would do to the environment, to the insects themselves, the balance of insects in the wild, as well as to our health. However, that influence may be overstated in the following way. She planted seeds of what would later be an environmental movement, but they were planted in fallow ground, and I'll explain why. The book came out in 1962, a New York Times bestseller. It caught the interest of President Kennedy. President Kennedy had her testify in front of the science committees of Congress to talk about this problem. These are the seeds getting planted. What would happen next? The president would get assassinated, losing some of the momentum that he brought to that cause. She would die a year later of complications from breast cancer. No one on that committee would still be on that committee 5, 6, 7, 8 years later. So now watch the unfolding of these events. The Vietnam War escalates. The Civil Rights Movement escalates. No one has time to think about the environment. No, if we did, it was a local concern. There's a river that got polluted. We had to fix that river. There was some chimneys here. Let's fix these chimneys. These were local actions. It was not a movement. In the 1960s, we remember the hippies, but their mantra was make love, not war, not make love and clean up the environment. That is not in their slogans at all. You know when it began? December 1968. Oh, by the way, I was told I had 8 minutes up here, and I said to the president, you want me to fit the whole universe into 8 minutes? I'll try, but okay. Fast forward to 1968, the most turbulent year in America, in the most turbulent decade since the Civil War. It was campus unrests, 2 assassinations, hot war in Southeast Asia, Cold War with the Soviet Union. We were losing more servicemen per week in Vietnam that year than any other year. We had so much on our plate at the time. I'm old enough to remember that. Thank you. What happens? December comes. By the way, NASA is still doing its thing throughout all of this. Criticized by many, this is a luxury to go into space. We have problems here on Earth. Yes, we're going into space. And you know what happens in December 1968? Apollo 8 is launched. This is the first time anyone has ever left Earth for a destination. Everyone else only went into Earth orbit, boldly going where hundreds had gone before. You don't remember Apollo 8 because they didn't land on the moon. But they went to the moon, orbited the moon, and in one of the orbits, Earth ascends above the lunar landscape. And they pull out their color Hasselblad camera and take a photo. This photo is perhaps the most famous photo ever obtained by anyone, anywhere. It's called Earthrise. You know the one I'm talking about. The stark contrast between the colorless lunar surface, just shades of gray, and this blue marble in the sky, seen as only nature intended you to see it, with oceans and land and clouds. You know what it didn't look like? The color-coded schoolroom globe that we were all trained on. I remember looking at the globe saying, oh, this is to help us learn geography and where the countries are, and in my cynical old age, I'm rethinking that experience, saying to myself, no, this is so we can be indoctrinated about who our enemies are. Their countries have different colors than ours. It was a way to divide us, not to unify us. This is my country, that's your country, you're not allowed in. Imagine aliens coming to Earth saying, are you all the same species? Yeah. So WTF, you know? It's like, I don't know if aliens have that abbreviation, but if they did, that's when they would invoke it. How do you move across these? Oh, you need special papers, you need permission. There are laws. After that photo was published, we all stood in awe of it. And we changed. No, but no one was thinking, I'm changed because I saw that photo. We just changed as though there was a firmware upgrade in our brains delivered from space. And as a firmware upgrade, you just behave differently after that upgrade. You're not thinking cause and effect. Here's what happened. 1968. The Whole Earth catalog comes out. There's a phrase, whole Earth. Where are you getting that concept from? Whole Earth. You know what they used as their primary cover? Earthrise over the moon. In 1969, we land on the moon, walk on the moon, Apollo 11. More Earth from space. We're looking at Earth, and there's no sign that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. There's a quote from Apollo 4. Oh, by the way, we went to the moon from 1968 to 1972. We went to the moon 9 times. The people say, did we really go to the moon or did we fake it? So my answer is, yes, we faked going to the moon 9 times. It's rumored that Hollywood studied whether we should fake the moon landing, and they brought it to the special effects experts, and they would say, we studied this, this is all in secret, and they say, but we think it would do it best if we faked it on location. Apollo 14 astronaut, Edgar Mitchell, in 1971, upon going to the moon and looking back on Earth, is quoted in an interview with Time magazine. You develop an instant global consciousness, a people orientation, an intense dissatisfaction with the state of the world, and a compulsion to do something about it. From out there on the moon, international politics looks so petty. You want to grab a politician by the scruff of the neck and drag him 250,000 miles out and say, look at that, you son of a bitch. He was feeling it. And so did everybody else. You want evidence? In 1970, while we're on the moon, 1970 was the first Earth Day. Could have happened in 1960, did it? No. 1950? No. 1980? No. It happened while we were on the moon. Earth Day. And you ask people, why do we study, why is it Earth Day? Oh, it's time to care about Earth. That's that firmware upgrade kicking in. What else happened in 1970? The Environmental Protection Agency is brought into existence. The EPA. By the way, signed into law by a Republican president. Who would have thought, given the behavior of the politics of the day? What else happened then? Oh, we saw Earth with oceans. NOAA was founded, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. No one had put the ocean and the atmosphere together in the same sentence before. There are people who studied water and the air. They're related. What else happens? between 1968 and 1972? Oh, 1971, Doctors Without Borders is founded. They probably would have been, they would have happened anyway, but would they have called themselves Without Borders? I think without the moon shots, they would have called themselves International Doctors, something that referenced the existing nations. But without borders? That's a space concept. Let's keep going. A Comprehensive Clean Water Act was passed in Congress. Comprehensive Clean Air Act was passed. And yes, they finally banned DDT in 1972, 10 years after Rachel Carson's book. But while we were walking on the moon, and yeah, there's some spillage there in 1973, we would ban leaded gas, because lead in the environment makes you stupid. Did I exaggerate that? We've got some people here who know. I think that's spot on. This school was founded in 1965. We hadn't landed on the moon yet. Was environment a mission statement in 1965? No. It became Unity University in 1967. Is the word environment there yet? No. We land on the moon. You can't instantly then have an environmental university because you don't have academics yet who even studied it. The biologists, the chemists, the Forest Service people say, wait a minute, there's the whole earth here that we have to care about and think about. Let's make that an academic program. So yes, it happened in the 70s. 1977 become Unity Environmental University. Right out of the box, knowing full well how important that mission is. All those fields, ecology, the fact that we're living in a biosphere, interdependent. People had to realize that. That wasn't just there wasn't there getting handed to us. People had to figure that out. And you're all now experts at that. Oh my gosh, experts in a field that no one even dreamt of a generation ago. Assuring you're on the frontier of thought. I think I've hit my 8 minutes, but let me allow me to just say just a couple of things about what it is to graduate. At the risk of stating the obvious, the last I looked up the word commence, it means to begin, not to end. To begin. Anyone who thinks commencement is an end, the world will pass you by. And we know people like that. The people who couldn't wait till the end of the school day, couldn't wait till spring break, couldn't wait till school ends, and they run down the stairs, toss their books in the air, school's out. There's even a rock anthem celebrating that by Alice Cooper. School's out for the summer. School's out forever. Whoever dreamt up those lyrics viewed school as some nasty place they never wanted to go to. You know what happens to those people? They graduate and they get ossified in that moment. They think, I've learned, I have the degree, I got the degree, and now I'm ready for the world. But the world keeps going. The world doesn't stop the day you graduated. The world keeps moving on. So the best thing school can do for you, as brilliantly detailed by the president's address, is set you up to keep making change. to imbue within you a curiosity that does not end on a commencement day. It just begins. I've learned more about this world and about my profession and everything I care about. I've learned more since I've graduated than I ever learned in school. You're being taught out of a textbook written years before by someone who was an expert, who became an expert decades before. You got to keep moving. Do not stop, lest the world pass you by. So, I don't get to say this to many graduates because you guys are plugged in exactly the way the world needs. Go forth and fix the world. How many people I get to tell that to? Fix the world. Turn it into something the next generation will be proud of, because you are not handing the world down to them. No. Instead, you are borrowing it from them. And when they get it back, you want them to be proud of all the decisions you made. And no one is better qualified than you. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tyson. And that is a tough act to follow, and luckily it won't be me. We're really going to shift the attention to the students. So as we reflect on that powerful message and that compelling speech, let us honor those themes of unity and sustainability as we think about those remarkable achievements of our master's students. We stand in celebration of those accomplishments. President Khoury, on behalf of the faculties of Unity Environmental University, I present to you the candidates for the degrees of Masters of Science in Professional Science and Masters of Sustainable Business Administration. I invite President Khoury to the lectern, and will the master's candidates please stand?
Upon the recommendation of the Unity's faculties and by the virtue and authority vested in me by our Board of Trustees and the State of Maine, I confer upon you your Unity Environmental University graduate degrees. I now invite Dean Laredo to the lectern for the reading of the names of our master's candidates, and master's candidates, please be seated.
Thank you, President Khoury. For those candidates who have met the requirements for the master's degree today, it is the culminations of years of hard work. Whether you're taking the next step in your career or transitioning into a new field, the degree you will receive speaks volumes about your dedication and your education, the skills you will carry with you to your employers, colleagues, and clients. The hood bestowed upon you is also a reflection of your achievement. The gold color is recognized in higher education as honoring advanced learning in the area of science. The green is, of course, for Unity Environmental University, your new alma mater. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement. I ask one favor, please hold, I know we have a lot of parents, a lot of spouses, your applause until all the graduates have received their diploma. I'm going to go to the other area. Joshua Ateka. Emily Batchelor. Jamie Banks. Rajani Barron. Nora Baines. Amanda Biavari. Kai Brimdeer. Danielle Buckingham. Danielle Campbell. Victoria Carbone. Tina Carpenter. Hannah Cave. Andrew Cha. Amy Clark. Amber Cooley. Melissa Craven. Zachary Davis. Ángela de Hoyos Molina. Ari de Jesus. Tyler Dorsey. Kaylee Dugas. Vanessa Elsala. Raquel Ewing. Jennifer Fedorstam. James Flannery. Caroline Foy. Sofia Galus. Sierra Gardner. Nicole Gibson. Jonathan Gilmore. Hannah Hazewinkle. Aileen Height. Rose Hinkle. Yasmin Abraham. Abigail Johnson. Olivia Kagan. Nathan Kashak. Tori Kinley. Megan Cronet. Amy Loriran. Doreen Lyle. Kadan Lish. Kayla Lizardo. Marie Lombardo. Melissa Lopez. Danny Malagon. Charlie Malin. Jade Martin. Michelle Marco. Ángela Martín. Sierra McCaffrey. Laurel McDermott. Evelyn McDonald. Cassidy McDirk and Gray. Michael Medinsky. Kimberly Megnano Sterling. Marina Miles. Jacob Monahan. Javier Montanes Moreles. Jessica Moore. Hannah Murray. Brooke O'Dow. Kristen Orzo Hufnag. Brianne Parent. Eric Philimele. Kyle Poggio. Charlotte Reed. Beckham Ringate. Shannon Sacco Inzenauer. Scott Slay. Brooke Sores. Ashley Straighton. Maria Sermon. Kira Terracone. Emily Verbois. Aiden Weathers. Stephanie Wilson. Susan Winokur. Lauren Whittick. Claire Wolford. Abigail Young. Nicole Zacharias. Gabriela Villega Martinez. Congratulations, master's graduates. Now, and at this time, I call my colleague, Dr. Latty, back to the lectern.
President Khoury, on behalf of the faculties of Unity Environmental University, I present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. President Khoury, would you please return to the lectern, and will the baccalaureate graduates please stand?
Upon the recommendation of the Unity's faculties and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Maine, I confer upon you your Unity Environmental University degree. I now welcome back Dean Laredo to the stand, and if the graduates would please have a seat and we can get this going.
Thank you, President Khoury. I'm honored to introduce Unity Environmental University's newest graduates. Many are seated before us, while others are celebrating in their homes. Hailing from all 50 states, these graduates have earned bachelor's degrees in 19 different majors. With their new credentials, some will go on to pursue a master's, others will pursue a PhD programs, others are still planning to bring their knowledge and passion to their work in the environmental and sustainable job market. These graduates will build their careers in public, private, nonprofit sectors across the country and around the world. We are very impressed about all the things that they have accomplished, and we're so excited about the work that they will do. Please help me in congratulating the graduates in attendance here today as I call each baccalaureate candidate to receive their diploma. As before, please, let's wait till the applause at the end. I know there's a lot of parents that want to do this, so let's wait, and spouses and everybody else, we'll wait till the end. Okay, just give me a second. Tiani Aguila. Kayla Anderson. Meredith Anderson. Cheyenne Armentrout. Emma Balboni and Company. Keaton Beck. Kelsey Bennett. Leo Bennett. Logan Bennett. Jessica Blake. Michael Bordelon. Rebecca Bordner. Megan Boyle. Charlie Breeden. Allison Brown. Eileen Buzzard. Heather Charmello. Vanessa Clems. Angela Collins. Jan Copeland. Kayla Cornelius. Thomas Cunningham. Beth Denham. Aria DeVore. Lauren Danielle Dillman. Madison Dern Lennon. Shannon Eden. Mariah Ellis. Sarah Esubedo. Amanda Fries. Heather Gail Henslick. Courtney Geddes. Alexandra Geiger. Danielle Gillen. Morgan Gitz. Emily Justin Wilson. Danielle Goodman. Megan Ganby. Shelby Gravatt. Taylor Graves. Rin Greenwood. Faith Hammerstrom. Olivia Harold. Stephanie Hazlett. Caitlin Hecker. Brianna Heydrich. William Heck. Dana Horita. Alicia Howard. Sydney Jennings. Loma Jones. Mackenzie Jones. Amy Keaton. Kayleen Keaton. Caleb Knight. Jesse Kraus. Alicia Kreider. Crystal Quatz. Julian Lamontagne. Michaela Lang. Piper Lavoy. Briley Levitt. Brandy Lenoyce. Brittany Lord and Company. Cameron Lucer. Kat Lynn. Ian McKnight. Ariana Maldonado. Kaylin Marvad. Jessica Matoy. Tabitha McDonald. Caitlin McKeens. Cordell McLean. Nicole Menchio. James Meems. Emily Monsini. Maribel Moran. Haley Morse. Celeste Newburn. Lee Nolan. Joanna Nyman. Mackenzie Ortego. Alexis Overman. Emily Pardee. Elizabeth Peck. Kirk Peterson. Caitlin Petrillo. Heather Jennifer Von Pickett. Madeline Pike. Jasmine Puckett. Jacqueline Quest. Caitlin Raditz. Elizabeth Remy. Taylor Lee Rush. Congratulations. Jalea Raymond. Rebecca Rains. Darby Restifu. Kendall Richardson. Megan Ron. Megan Sider. Anne Selby. Aurora Sharp. Angela Sipla. Brendan Smith. Thomas Spencer. Alicia Stanbury. Tessa Stein. Melissa Van Allen. Tobias Verville. Jessica Vick. Griffin Waller. Georgia Wetzel. Nicole White. Jordan Wilchuk. Tatiana Williams. Grace Willis. Allison Wong. Haley Zanatti. Yadira Selaila. Atiris Singotita. Congratulations, graduates. Now, a big cheer. And now I welcome back our president to the lectern.
They love you too. Okay, just before I continue, I gotta do this. Can you guys just say cheese? Thank you. Well, it does go without saying that it is my pleasure to welcome you to the ranks of alumni of Unity Environmental University. Today, as you begin your new role as partners, ambassadors, you have the opportunity to show the world what your education means and what it has done for you. Graduate status has its honors, it has its rights, it has its privileges, but it also has its responsibilities. You have the great responsibility to spread the word of your education, to lead with the skills you've learned, and to help Unity continue to empower countless others to also realize their dreams. Finally, on behalf of an entire institution, I congratulate you on your individual accomplishments and as your accomplishments as a class. Graduates, please stand. Da, da, da. For the baccalaureate candidates, it is time to move your tassels to the left to join the ranks of our proud alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the class of 2025. Congratulations to you all. Come on, folks. A little louder now. Just a little louder now. Just a little louder now. Thank you. In all seriousness, congratulations, class of 2025. The faculty, staff, students, alumni, and the entire nation is grateful that we have more environmental superheroes. Go forth and conquer. Thank you.
Family and friends, please remain seated while our graduates have processed out of the auditorium. Graduates, please make sure to grab some snacks and drinks in rehearsal hall when you pick up your belongings. Thank you from all of us at Unity Environmental University.